Femme Noire aussi. Et j'ai le problème, la même chose que vous, comme une mère, comme une députée, une politicienne, comme un entrepreneur. And today, I want to share with you some lessons that I've learned over the last 10 years that I own my business. I owned my business from 2005 to 2015. I owned a healthcare-based research management firm working on neurological research, brain research, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, epilepsy, across the age continuum, working on clinical trials, Canada's first epidemiology study on neurological conditions, and I really enjoyed it. But during that time, every time I would make a mistake, every time I would lose a little bit of money. I have 2 MBAs. I love business and I like making money. So every time I did that, every time I made a mistake, I'd write it down. And in 2015, when I decided to go into politics, I had 10 lessons written down. And then when I looked back over the last 3+ years in politics, I realized that these lessons I've used all my life. And I've used them in politics, I use them in business. And so I want to share them with you now. Because I think that we could use them, each and every one of us, through life. And I share them because I think it's important that we share our stories. Stories are sticky. And we don't just share the stuff that's nice and happy and everybody's okay with, but we share the stuff that makes us a little sad. We share the stuff that makes us a little bit vulnerable. Because in sharing our vulnerability, and we talked about that in the mental health session, in sharing our vulnerability, it builds resilience in someone else. And so, lesson number 1, work hard, but party a little harder. And when I say party to all the young people in here, I don't mean get turned at the club. I mean take care of yourself. Take the time, and as much time that you put into working hard, take that time for you. Take some time for yourself. I was saying in the mental health session that every other day, at least every other day, I do my nails. I do my nails, and people say, why would you do your nails every other day? Because it gives me 15 minutes. It takes 15 minutes for one coat of nail polish to dry. And in that 15 minutes, nobody can ask you to do anything. Hey mom, can you get me a cup of, no, my nails are drying. Hey babe, my husband's right here. Hey babe, can you do, no, sorry, my nails are drying. And the more coats you put on, the longer it takes. So you can get a good 30, 45 minutes. A good 30, 45 minutes just for me time. And everybody knows the signal. Everybody knows mom's putting on nail polish. Do not disturb. You don't even have to say anything. At best, ladies, you might be able to hold a glass of wine. And that's about it. All right? So work hard, party a little harder. Number 2, if you don't ask, you don't get. Now, I know a lot of us feel like we don't deserve the things that we're getting. Things are coming to us. Blessings are reaching us. And we sometimes feel like we don't deserve it. And we sometimes feel that we can't ask when we want something. Ask. Ask. Do that. Outsource your problems. Outsource your questions. Don't expect me, as the member of parliament who happens to be the black girl, to know that you need me to do something for you because I happen to look like you. Ask me for what you need. There are lots of people out there who will help. If you don't ask, you don't get. Number 3, to whom much is given, much is expected. When I am called to be here today, when I am asked to be here today, I don't say, perhaps I cannot show up, or I don't have time for y'all. This is my community. I am only here because each and every one of you did something miraculous along this journey called life that we are here together. The amount of people that made investments of time and energy and sacrifice for me to be here, it means that I need to pay it back in service to community, in service to my friends, in service to my country. But when I started in politics, I actually felt like that was it almost felt like a burden. It almost felt like it was too much. And I literally had a nervous breakdown within the first 6 months. And then I realized I could either take that as a burden or let it be love. I love y'all. I love my sisters. And I'm not afraid to say that. So in February of 2018, I wrote a love letter to Black women. And I told y'all just how much I love you. It's published in the Huffington Post, en français, en anglais. It's published a few places. If you haven't seen it, look it up. I wanted you to know that I see you. I wanted you to know that in your struggles, in your fights, in the microaggressions, in your love, in your beauty, in your melanin, in your hair, in your everything, I see you. Because you are that beautiful and you are that good. So, yes. Number 4, I only have 15 minutes, y'all can't clap that long. Number 4, there's a hole here and I'm afraid my heel will stick in it, but it can't fit, so okay, that's good. Number 4, never take the first offer. I usually have a staffer in the row going, huh? So yeah, never take the first offer. Negotiate. Why don't we negotiate? Why don't we, do the back and forth? But the only way that you're going to be able to negotiate is if you know how much you're worth. Ladies, do you know how much you're worth? Dollars and cents? I know how much my Bachelor of Science is worth. I know how much my MBA in Healthcare Management is worth. I know how much my executive MBA is worth. I know how much my business acumen is worth. I know how much my political capital is worth. I know how much my ability to speak un peu de français is worth. And you quantify that. But it's not just about knowing how much you're worth for a job. It's knowing how much you're worth for love, for relationships. You're putting your time, your investment, your energy into somebody who is giving you a negative return on investment, and you stayed with that person? Kick rocks, man. Get the heck out of here. I don't care what it is. If you are putting your time, your energy, your love, your resources into anything, and you are not getting a positive return, again, I have 2 MBAs, everything's about dollars and cents. If you're not getting a positive return on your investment, you gotta tell homie, male or female or gender fluid, I don't care, kick rocks. Get out of here. They need to go. Time to, bye. Seriously. And that's for everything. Know how much you're worth. Everything that you put into something is worth something. You are valuable. You are precious. You are. I am. Do that. Say that to yourself. I am great. I am great. Yeah, you know. I heard this side. Y'all. Well, you don't think you're great today. I am great. I am powerful. I have all kinds of melanin magic today. I wasn't joking. I am all kinds of melanin magic today. Thank you. Number 5. Sometimes you have to swallow a little. Look, everybody's face went like, oh, God, I thought we were just melanin magic. Not because you like the taste of bad medicine, but because sometimes what you are objecting to is going to get you the next thing. I worked in research as a research student. I was married, I had a child, I was working 12 hours and getting paid for only 8. Why did I work 4 hours for free? Because I knew that those 4 hours that I was learning how to do data entry and statistics and all of those other things was going to get me the next job. It was going to get me the next hustle. So sometimes y'all need to check your ego and let your pride get out your way. Right? Not because you like the taste of bad medicine, but because you know that you need to do what you need to do to get the next thing. Your hustle has to be straight. It needs to be on. You need to do that. Number 6. Number 6. I want y'all to pay attention to number 6, please. If you think about something twice, you've thought about it one too many times. If you think about something twice, you thought about it one too many times. What was number 2? If you don't ask, you don't get. Why do we obsess about our problems? Oh my God, I don't know how to start a business. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. Oh my God, I don't know how to get this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with that. Oh my God, oh my God. Ask somebody. Outsource your problems. I have nannies. I have people who cut the grass for me. I have people who do those. You outsource other things. Do you fix your own car? You outsource that. You get a flat tire, you outsource that. You don't go milk your own cow, you get that from a bag at the grocery. Put your problems out there. And I'm not saying to just anybody, but put it out there to people that you trust. If you thought about something twice, you've thought about it one too many times. Outsource some of that. Let people help you. Look at this room. Look at the person to your left and to your right, behind you, in front of you. Ask. Ask for the help. Number 7. If it doesn't make you want to vomit, it's not worth doing. Say that again. I didn't have lunch yet. If it doesn't make you want to vomit, it's not worth doing. You know those butterflies you get in your stomach when you're about to do something real big? You're about to blaze some trails. You're about to take on the world and you feel that, oh God, I can't do that. Oh my God, I feel like, oh God. That's what you want to do. You want to do the thing that makes you feel like that. You want to do the thing that's going to blaze the trail. You want to do the thing that's going to make you want to be sick. When I decided I was going to run in a federal election against Jim Flaherty, the former Minister of Finance, I was legitimately sick to my stomach. But if I'm going to run against the best. I'm going to make sure that I'm going head to head against the best. I don't want to be taking the path less traveled. Yes, clap for that. That's what y'all want to be doing. You don't want the path less traveled. We are black women. We done been doing this. We are done been queens. We know how to run this. So let's go. Let's decide that feeling that you're getting in your stomach is not you wanting to be sick. It's little cheerleaders going, yay, do that, do that. That sounds good. And it's tickling your gut. That's what you want to do. Okay? Where are we at? Number 8? The Rolling Stone gathers no moss. Who said moss? Do I look like I do moss? I don't do moss. I can't walk in moss with my heels on. That's true. The Rolling Stone gathers no doubt. Keep moving. Remember before when I was talking about, you're not sure, outsourcing your problems? I want to go back to school, but I'm not sure. I want to start a business, but I'm not sure. I want to do X, Y, Z, but I'm not sure. I want to blaze this trail, but I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. I'm not that good. You know what, maybe I just won't bother. We do this to ourselves all the time. The imposter syndrome sets in, and all of a sudden, that thing that we're excited about and moving on becomes something that we've left behind. So use the other lessons. Ask, give back, do all those things. Okay? The rolling stone gathers no doubt. Keep moving. Do not stop. And look around you for inspiration and resources and the things that you want to keep you moving forward. I'm sure your mother, all of our mothers must have said, birds of a feather, who your friends are, all that kind of stuff. You have to keep good friends. It's true. I kept a lot of bad ones. They suck. They're no good. All the young people in the room, listen to your mama. The rolling stone gathers no doubt. Number 9. And I only have one more. I'm wrapping up. Number 9. Nothing meant for you can ever pass you by. Just get an amen on that one. It's Sunday. We could go to church today. Nothing meant for you can ever pass you by. So there are times, and I'll use myself as an example, when I lost the by-election, I was devastated. I went into a mental health crisis for 2 months. And I cried. And I was upset. But nothing meant for you could ever pass you by. That doesn't mean you don't get upset about it. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be, hurt by it. It just means that right now, you ain't ready. Figure out why you weren't ready. Because when you are ready, it will come. No doubt, it will come. It's yours when it's time. It just ain't time right now. Take your time to be upset about it. Take your time to mourn it, but then move on. Okay? The world ain't waiting for you to figure it out. You gotta move on. Okay? And lastly, ladies, and there's some gentlemen in here too. Lastly, but certainly not least, go big or go home. The world has no time for y'all to be small. The world has no time for us to decide that we are going to settle. The world has no time for us to say we go small up ourselves. Somebody said that earlier. There's no time for that. The world needs you big, bold, adventurous, creative, everything right now. It needs it right now. And you don't have to go far. Just turn on your television and you'll see the world needs you. Just walk outside. The world needs you, and it needs you to be authentically you. It doesn't need some alternate version of you, some version that's being in a box, some pre-described version that someone else dictated we should be. No. We need to be there with our super curly afro puffs, our braids, our weave, our naturals, our straight, our curly, our whatever, our hips, our lips, our size, our whatever. They need us right now. Go big or go home. Thank you very much.